This is the Gemini 2.5 Pro Trendfinder from Firecrawl. First, let's just go through what this does, and then I'll show you how you can install it, and finally, we'll understand how this exactly works. I'll just head over to the project and type in npm run start, wait for it to execute, and then we can just head over to Slack and wait for the results. Nice, the results just came in, and we just have 3 results, which is a US senator has introduced bill proposing location tracking on AI ships, a news about Google Gemini 2.5 models now supporting implicit caching, and finally a SQLite news. This is a log of what happened. It basically fetched all of these URLs that we specify up here, and also an X profile that we define down here. If you just have a free tier inside of the X API, you'll only be able to fetch 1 profile each 15 minutes. But if you do have a paid version, you can just type in the identifier like this for a different profile. Ideally, you're not going to fetch the same profile like Cursor is suggesting me here, but we'll look more into that in just a bit. To install this, it's pretty simple. Maybe the hardest part is just getting the credentials right. But basically, you head over to this repository, copy it inside of your own computer. And then when you do that, head over there and you'll get an entire list like this. Just find the Gemini 2.5 Pro Trendfinder over here, open it in your own IDE. I have it open right here. And then what you want to do is just follow along with the instructions. So install the dependencies, npm install or just npm I. I've already done that, but I mean, no problem doing it again. Then after you do that, all you have to do is hit npm run start. But before doing this, you actually need to provide environment variables. You have this file over here called .env.example. You can copy everything that's in here and send it over to your actual .env. It's a file that you have to create yourself. You can erase the together underline API key unless you want to use that. You can erase DeepSeek API key unless you want to use that as well. Since we're focusing on Gemini 2.5 Pro, this is an upcoming event from Google, Google I/O, and I believe that they're going to launch Gemini 2.5. It's going to be a blast because it's leading everything in the LM arena. As you can see, their latest model is in first place, and then they have an older model that is in second place. And even a much older version like Gemini 2.5 Flash is beating a lot of different LLMs. So Google is crushing it right now. And you can get your key over at Gemini Studio, type that in, head over to API key. You'll see this dashboard, and maybe they'll prompt you to create an API key. So all you have to do is either click here or click on the card that they use to prompt you to create the API key if you haven't done that before. Hit on this API key, copy it, head over to your env, copy it there, and that's done. Now you need your Firecrawl API key. So Firecrawl, if you haven't heard of this before, it is in my opinion the best scraper out there because you're not just going to scrape a specific data out of this page. For example, if I'd want the first element of this table, this would be done easily by a lot of different scraping tools out there. But Firecrawl's approach is different because they don't only scrape the page, but they also send that scraped data to an LLM. That's probably something like a step that you would do after you scrape something. You would send it over to the LLM to either get that in a JSON structure or maybe respond a question about that page. So Firecrawl already does all that for us and sends us back only the information that we need, which for this case is information regarding news for LLM or AI topics. Head over to firecrawl.dev, click on the dashboard, click on your API key right here, place that in there, and you're pretty much done. Now, as for your X API key, you'll want to head over to developer.x.com, create your account, and after you create your account, you'll want to click on keys and tokens, select the bearer token, regenerate for my case because I've already generated one. Now just click on copy, head back there, place your token in here, and you're all set. Now we want to use Slack, so just type in Slack for this environment variable. And since we're using Slack, let's delete this environment variable, which would be for Discord. To get the Slack webhook URL, head over to api.slack.com/apps, hit create new app from scratch, type in the app name. Let me type in something like Trendfinder Gemini in here, select a workspace, create app, head down here where it says incoming webhooks, click that, toggle this on. Scroll down here to this button, click on it. You'll be taken to this page where all you have to do is select the channel that you want the bot to send those results to. Hit allow. Now back to this page, select this webhook URL down here, head back here, paste that in, and you should be done now with the credentials. By default, Firecrawl gives us these examples. So these are all the websites that are going to be scraped, and the news found will be all related to what's found in these websites. So now if I hit npm run start, it'll go through each one of these websites, scrape them, send them to generate a draft, and then send that draft over to Slack. It has now finally found a story inside of this website. Now that everything was found, it sends all this news over to Gemini 2.5 Pro for it to design everything we need. And finally, we receive the trends in the channel that we chose. Now let's go through how exactly this works, because if you're going to use this, probably it'll be for your specific niche. And then you'll want to place the websites that have the news to search for those specific trends on your own. The first thing is just grabbing a list of websites. So websites over here. And then we grab a list of tweets. Let's call it tweets, despite it being called X now. To scrape the websites, we use Firecrawl. So Firecrawl is being used for the websites. And then we use X API to search for the tweets for that specific profile. From this, we get back a URL for the news found, as well as the headline. So now that all the news I wanted was found, I send everything over to the LLM of my choice, as well as the prompting of my choice. So this is really important because for this situation right here, you're just searching for AI and LLM related tweets. There might be a lot of different news here that might not be targeted to specifically our niche or whatever we want. And this is the place where we're going to wipe all that out. So for whatever you're creating, you'll want to probably change this line where it's specifying things related to AI and LLM. And also, if you want to change this line right here, you'll change which model you're using from Gemini. The model you choose here is very important. This project from Firecrawl is kind of old, to be honest, but I feel like with better LLMs, it's identifying better trends and better news related specifically to what I want it to search for. So down here, we go through the filtering part, and then we finally get our response back over at Slack. And this is the specific function that guarantees that. This project doesn't contain a deduplication method where it identifies a news that was fetched previously and doesn't repeat that news. So every time I execute this, it will search the same news over and over if I execute it in the same day. That's why in this process right here, it's only searching for news that was posted in the last 24 hours. So the easy way to guarantee that you don't get repeated data is by executing it in a cron schedule where it runs every 24 hours. So it will always be searching in a different range of time. To do that, you just have to uncomment these lines. And this 17 right here is what's telling it to execute every day at 5 p.m. You can also change this depending on the time that you want this to be ran every single day. That is it for today. Hopefully I don't forget to erase these environment variables. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment sections. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then.